Hi everyone, hope you're well. Lisa here again. Just going out for a walk today in between the thunderstorms because we had some torrential rain earlier on and cracking thunderstorms the last few days. I just thought I'd walk along this little path and just check this little pond out here. I came down here the other day and it was absolutely, completely, totally dry. In fact, I walked right over to this side because you could walk straight across the middle or round the edge of this little pond because there was no water in it. It was barely even, there was just a little bit of mud in the middle of the pond, but now it's completely full. So I just thought I'd pop down here and see what it's like. And I know it sounds a bit weird, but when I was watching the thunderstorms, it always reminds me of something that's been in my heart for years, like a funny little dream that I don't know if you remember or you've seen the old film Singing in the Rain, but there's a very famous piece where the original actors, they do this piece in the rain where they're singing and they're dancing in the rain with umbrellas, and they're spinning the umbrellas around, and then they're dancing around lampposts and stuff like that. But when it's really, really rainy, there's something in my heart that always says, oh, I'd love to do that scene. I'd really love to reenact it. And in my mind, I can kind of see myself twiddling around an umbrella and just kind of dancing around a lamppost. And maybe one day. Last week I was chatting to some people from church in my life group, and we played a game, basically held up 5 fingers, and never have I ever, the game is called. So basically you just say never have I ever, and you hold up your 5 fingers and try and say something that you've never done before previously. So I think my first one was never have I ever done a skydive. So you hold up your 5 fingers as if someone has done what you've just said, then you have to put down a finger, and then you go down, and the person, well, whenever somebody's knocked out and they've got no fingers left because somebody has already done what they have said never have I ever, then the person who has the most fingers still up is the winner. And that led on to a conversation about dreams in our heart. It really kind of stirred in me, well, actually, never have I ever, but what would I absolutely love to do? So the rain and just what I was talking about earlier about reenacting the Singing in the Rain scene, which I'd love to do one day, really love to do. It just kind of, we were chatting about, it reminded me of that chat that we had last week talking about dreams and things that are in our heart that maybe God's put on our heart, or maybe we've just had on our heart for a long while. So I think that sometimes it's really good to just stop, and particularly in times where things seem to have just stopped moving in the same pace or the same way that we think that they should be going, like in the recent lockdown and the continued restrictions. I think it's good to remember the dreams that we have in our heart and not let go of those things, and particularly the things that God has put on our heart. Often those things that have been in our heart for a long, long time, if they are good things, they are things that God has put there, whether you believe in God or you have a relationship with God or not. That can be something that God has put within you and you don't realise. And there's a verse in the Old Testament which is one of my favourite ever verses, and I actually have it on a little cross in my room on my windowsill, and it says, it's Jeremiah 29 verse 11, and it says, this is God saying, I know the plans I have for you, plans to give you a hope and a future, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, and give you a hope and a future. And I just wanted to share that with you today because I think sometimes we can lose sight of the fact that we still need to dream. And sometimes it's funny things like the rain and me just thinking about, oh, I'd love to do that scene, that really God using that to kind of help you to dream again. So I just thought I'd leave that thought with you today and just say to you, just keep dreaming. It doesn't matter what's happening in the circumstances, just keep dreaming. Just ask God to help you keep dreaming and to keep those dreams alive. So just thought I'd share that with you today. Bye.